Hey everyone, this is Kay and this is the Collective Soul Tarot. I am going to do a zodiac reading today and I'm chosen Leo. There's only 2 zodiacs left for actually the month of December, but you know, with holidays and all that. So I'm still doing Leo and Gemini is next, okay, just so you know. That's over there to help you to know what who this reading is for. But I am doing a kind of a giveaway. It is a giveaway. I'm giving away one 30 to 50 minute love reading, intuitive love reading, tarot cards. And it's going to be, the giveaway game is to be able to get the giveaway, to win it, is between January 2nd and January 15th. That at any random time, I'm going to put up a subliminal message in any of my collective readings. It's the collective ones, not these zodiacs or alphabet ones. So if you don't watch the collective, then you might want to. If you want to get a free reading that I will do for you, I'll get the information from you if you're the winner, and I will send it to you, the completed video to you via email or however way it works. Okay, so it's a $65 value, and I would like to give it away to one lucky viewer. As long as you find the subliminal message and you respond to it, or tell me what you saw as the subliminal message. If you need to respond as well, respond to that. And you would email me if you want to take part in this, Leo. It's the email is in the descriptive box below the videos of the collective readings, okay? Of the collective readings. I might actually put it below in these ones too. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that because I don't want to confuse you all to think that you need to look for it during the zodiac reading or the alphabet reading. It's only in the collective reading. So we'll see how that goes. But I did one yesterday. I put up a subliminal message, and so it's just, if you want to take part in this and possibly win the free reading, you have to get 3 tokens. One for the first one will be the green token. So if you've seen the first subliminal message and you emailed me, I would email back a green token to you. And then it's just a picture of it, right? And then the next subliminal message from whatever collective reading I'm going to do that in, you will respond to that but via the email I gave you in the descriptive box for the collective readings, and you'll get a red one. And then the third one, if you get that third one in first, you'll be the winner because you'll receive the golden token by email, and that way you'll know you're the one who actually won because you're the first one, because emails come and they're time stamped, so I'll know. So if you want to partake in that, you don't have to, but if you'd like a free reading, then by all means, right? So otherwise, if you just want to purchase a reading for yourself or someone else you care for, the link is in the descriptive box as well to take you to my website to book a reading. All right, let's get going, Leo. So we're going to start off with the Intuit Oracle to give us some information about what the reading is going to be about. And that's these tarot cards that are going to be used for that. And then the tiny tarot cards, Intuit Tarot, we're going to use for clarification. So let's get going with the Oracle. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, thank you so much for being here and wrapping your angelic wings around me for protection and guidance. Thank you. Will you please guide and assist me today with correctly interpreting the energies in the cards and to help me see clearly? Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for Leo today in this read on January 3rd, Wednesday, 2024? Thank you. So this is not past, present, and future energies. These are just 3 cards for information only. Okay, I'm going to cut, right? So what do we have, Archangel Mike, my Holy Spirit? To start this off with, we have a woman. So are you a woman? Are you the woman, Leo? Or is this someone you're thinking about? We have the ship. You're going places, adventure, vehicle, vacation, trip, enterprise, movement, going with the wind, swift, travel, and going overseas. Wow. I'm spreading these apart because I need the room. Balance, being centered, meditating, integrating opposing forces. That's the yin and the yang, the masculine, the feminine, right? the black and the white, the pure and the not so pure, the dark, whatever. Feeling complete awareness, feeling complete and having an awareness, you're feeling just right, feeling an equilibrium and a well-being. All right. Those are great cards and exciting too. Very exciting. All right. Let's find out what the reading is about. Okay. Now, these cards are kind of sticky because they got that kind of that little bit of a linen feeling or a fabric feel to them, just slightly. All right. And I don't know what it's called. I think it has to do with Russian imagery. Maybe Ukrainian, I'm not sure. If you want to know, just let me know and I'll tell you. Okay, let's figure out what we got, Archangel Michael and Holy Spirit, for reading. Here we go. We have Page of Swords. Oh, somebody has been keeping an eye on someone. Have you been keeping an eye on this, or you keeping an eye on somebody, wanting to communicate from a distance? Like this is communication coming in from afar. Here's the Queen of Cups. Wow. So I think this is a person, unless it's same sex, this is a person that you're got on your mind, that you're wanting to go towards, actually quite literally getting on a ship or airplane or train, long distance, packing your bags. You need to pack your bags because you're feeling very, very balanced. You're feeling like you're ready. You're ready. You've integrated your yin and your yang. You know, you integrated your heart and your mind. Which is the yin is the heart, the yang is the mind. The yin is the receiver, the yang is the giver or the doer. Okay, what else? Nine of Swords. Oh, yeah, but you've been like highly stressed. Boogeyman's coming to visit you at night. You know, whispering sweet nothings like, no, not sweet. Like making you feel afraid that perhaps you will not be well received by your Queen of Cups. That's just how I can interpret that. So the Hangman. You've been hanging upside down, gaining a new perspective so that you can see things differently, which has been allowing you to find balance and for taking action on what it is your heart is calling out for. The Four of Coins, okay? This person, look at this card. Look at all those jewels. Somebody's just salivating. The little ducky king is salivating over his jewels, his stash. But this also talks about an attachment, right? Attachment to not just your pentacles or your stash, but to people, places, and things. And it would be this one, the Queen of Cups. You've never been able to get her off your mind in all the time that's gone by, from the time that you were with her till whenever you know, whatever. Page of Coins, and you're ready to make an offer. But even if it's just a slight offer, even if it's just an offer of innocence, in the sense that, can we at least be friends? I would love for us to at least start off, if it's appropriate for you, agreeable to you, can we at least be friends? Isn't that kind of how she's looking up there at who was ever in the tree and she's giving her coin to, or somebody in the tree is giving the coin to her and she's going, yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, and so what's on the back of the deck? We have the Fool, taking a leap of faith. And that is this here, okay? Taking a leap of faith. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, you can see that. And then the Knight of Wands. This is having, you know, knowing that you're kickstarting, the horse kicking it, starting a brand new passionate beginning. I mean, you can also read it the opposite way, where you feel foolish because you had been in player energy when you knew this Queen of Cups back then, knowing that she probably remembered, but this is what you want. You want the Ten of Cups with her. I'm going to put this here. How am I going to show this so you can see it? Okay. I don't usually pull more, but they're there, right? Ten of Cups. You want to wish fulfillment. You want to happily ever after. You want to be in a union with her in a very, emotionally fulfilling way. Because it's all about equal give and take now. You were more the taker at the time when you were in the Knight of Wands energy, but not anymore. You have changed your perspective because why? The Hangman. You were put in that position due to your life circumstances. Look at this, 8 of Wands. You want to passionately and quickly move towards her. Who is, you remember her as the Queen of Wands. However, you do see her like this more so now. So I'm running out of spaces, guys, so we'll just put it there. Okay? But you're up in your head, but you're already seeing that right there, the worry. Okay, so let's get some Island Time Wellness inspiration here. What's going on, Archangel Michael? This all looks so lovely. Queen of Wands, which is, you had put, like the Queen of Wands would tell me that she was the other woman, so in a third party situation in the past. Yep, let's talk about what's going on. Some extra inspiration for us, Archangel Michael. Yeah, you said that one, the coffin. You're putting an end. It says endings, bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. That's what you're doing through here to be with this one. The collective reading I just did before this one, it has coffin as a near future outcome. Okay, you might feel like that would be a good one to watch for you too, Leo. Mirror, you have been mirroring each other. So you've been thinking about each other. You've been mirroring each other. Your lives have been pretty much kind of going in this, not for the same, necessarily like perfectly the same, but kind of in the same, and not kind of, quite a bit in the same direction. Where if you're having trouble with your partner, they're having trouble with their partner. If you're moving, they're moving. It's stuff like that. You won't necessarily know it until you talk to the person. But this is this relationship here that you had, that you put an end to it, was a way of helping you see what the old wounds were through introspection time. Your old wounds that you needed to heal, that you actually now understand, at least a little, are starting to want to understand that it was all for your healing purposes, not so much just to make you a miserable person, right? I hate when they all clump together like that. Okay, so let's get some more. All right, there's one. Kicking it, like this guy here, the Knight of Wands on his horse, in control, talented, driven, kicking bad habits, trying to score, team player, accomplishing the goal. So you're kicking your bad habits that you're putting an end to, right? It's not just the person in your life, your karmic soulmate that you've been with. You may have had been with when you made this one over here, the Queen of Wands, as a third party, the other woman. You're not just kicking, putting an end to that relationship. You're putting an end to your toxic, the toxicity you sat in as to how you were. Quite selfish at a time. As player mode, it's quite selfish when it's in reverse. And so you were quite selfish yourself, and so you basically Leo, you vibrated, you resonated with someone who was of that energy level too. And you're seeing it now. You definitely are seeing it now. Okay, Archangel Michael, let's kick this one. Back together, reunited, good chance of getting back together. Are back together. You're back together. Things are flowing well again. Now, those are great messages. They are very inspiring, great messages. Don't you think, Leo? I think so. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. Let's do the little guys now. This is Intuit Tarot. We're the mini ones, the mini Intuit Tarots. And I need the space to be able to put them here. Okay, So Archangel Michael, that's wonderful. This looks like a really lovely reading. Thank you so much for that for our Leos. Can you please tell us, clarify for us, the Page of Swords? We already know the woman, okay? The woman is the Queen of Cups. I understand that, Archangel Michael. And our fellow is thinking of well, since it's out, right, of her as the Queen of Wands, because that's when you last were in contact, like when you knew her. You've seen her as being very alluring, sexually inviting, alluring. She was very attractive. She was well put together. She was exciting. She was creative. You just felt her energy of like a go-getter, and let's just get things done. You can trust me. You tell me if you want something, I'm going to do it. You know, she was just that kind of person that you just clicked with. You clicked with back then. And so we have Temperance, right? Death and Temperance, and the Devil. There's that toxicity. And the Hermit. Okay, so great news, right? You've been sitting in this energy of spying, okay, on your woman, on this person. I'm going to say your woman because you had another person. This Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups. You've been spying on her from afar. You've been meaning to tell her something. You've been wanting to tell her something. Yeah, you've been wanting to tell her something for a long time, but your situation and your fears were so much that I don't think you would thought it would have been appropriate or affair or just like it would cause more problems than actually sharing your truth. And your truth is that you do actually have deep feelings for this person, her, and you have come to realize that. However, life circumstances where you were at the time was not going to be conducive to you really indulging in that truth with her. So you put an end to things. And since then, you've transformed and you've been coasting and allowing yourself to heal your toxic energies from the past, and you've been seeking divinity, the divine within you. This is the Trinity, right? The Holy Trinity, God. What is it? Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit. Son, the Father, and Holy Spirit. That's it. I'm trying to think of that. Yeah, so that's news that you would like to share, is that you have put an end to something that's helped you transform to be a different person. You've been healing yourself. You've been getting more tempered. The balance right here. See, balance. You've been spending time in meditation or just in solidarity, like just spending time on your own, just so that you can think things through without distractions. You've been finding balance, becoming centered in your emotions with your yin and your yang. You know, your heart and your mind are in balance, listening to each other, informing each other now at the same level. Whereas before, your mind, which is down here, if it doesn't have the heart in it, which is up here. But when you start reaching for your heart, you are now at a resonance where you're living fully balanced, equilibrium, because that's half of who you are, your heart. Your mind is the other half. So if you haven't been really taking what your heart has been crying out for seriously enough in your life, you have done that now. You've risen your mind up to the point where you're saying, there's something about that. I know there's something about that. I just feel like there's something about paying attention to what it is my heart truly desires. And I need help with that. So you asked for help, okay? You asked for help, and the Holy Trinity, if that's your belief, came in and said, yes, you are, what you're hearing from your heart is your truth. Okay? And that's the news, great news you want to share with the person that you've been keeping an eye on from afar. And this is a delayed message. This is one that's been meaning to come for a long, long time. And it just hadn't. So is it going to? Let's see, Leo. Queen of Cups. Who's our Queen of... I mean, what's going on with the Queen of Cups? You can tell us who she is too if you want. Just saying. These cards are so little. Yeah, they're cute. Okay, Archangel Michael, Queen of Cups, please. We have Judgment, heeding the call. So this is you, Earth Angel, Leo. That's you, Earth Angel. This is the holy divinity right here, the angels of God, guiding you, right, for your next step. She's looking down, and she's got her hand, so she's trusting that she can just look down, because this one's going to guide her to the next step, so she can keep an eye on where her foot's going, and not having to worry about where she's going forward, because her head is down looking at her steps. The angel is there to help, you know, gently pull her along forward while she keeps an eye on her steps. Let's see what else. The Tower, excuse me, a reckoning. Let's see. I just have a drink of water. And so, a reckoning. Five of Cups. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, the back of the deck is the Seven of Cups. So confusion. Confusion's right there. So the Queen of Wands, she received a Tower moment when you know, left her. This is for both of you, because I know you're both feeling like this. You made a judgment call, okay? And she made a judgment call. When you made that judgment call, when the Tower came down, she made that judgment call. Her judgment was to say, give you a Tower in the sense that I'm not going to talk to you anymore. I don't want to have anything more to do with you, if that's kind of how it went. All right, and you've been feeling like this, but she's been feeling like this. This is regret and remorse, but it's also feeling very, very, just crying over spilt milk, the water that's gone under the bridge that you can't do anything about now. That's how you're feeling, helpless. And very emotionally confused. I mean, she looks kind of emotionally confused, doesn't she? Yeah. So both of you were there like that. Both of you. You made the decision to cut her out of your life. And that was a Tower moment for her. But she also, after that point in time, made a decision that she brought a Tower moment into you by some message or something that she said or did that made you feel like she was cutting you out of your life. She was cutting you out of her life, yeah. And emotional loss, excuse me. Confusion. Loss and confusion. For both of you. Absolutely for both of you. Maybe not exactly at the same time, but you're both going through it. Yep. And you may very well still be both in it. Okay, let's talk about the Nine of Swords. We have the Nine of Swords. So there was a lot of mental anguish. At least on your part, Leo, okay? A lot of mental anguish for how this all went down and came to a stalemate, you know, an end, if that's what it is. And the Knight of Wands, again, you like, look at you going like, you put your hands in your head in your hands saying, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I'm such a fool. Why did I behave like that to this one person that I can't get off my mind and in fact is in my heart? Why did I do that? Look what I've done as a result. Now she shut me out of her life. Yeah, Knight of Wands, right? Knight of Swords. And all you want to do now is to be able to charge in, because I don't see this as being angry unless it's in reverse, and I don't feel like it's in reverse. You could be angry at yourself, but I see that you want to charge in and give her the truth, to tell her everything that has been causing you to feel a lot of fears about your future. The feelings you had for her caused you like to be confused and fearful. You were pushing down your feelings. You were keeping your secrets. You were not telling anybody. And as a result, you know, there's just been like a lot of chaos in your mind and probably in her mind as well. Okay? But you know, you can come forward, charge forward truth with truth and integrity, with clarity, right? And honesty towards her, to tell her about all the things that you've kept hidden from her. And that would be your emotions, the way you think about her, the way you have been thinking about her, especially as of late, right? So the Hangman. So this has all been like, you know you need to, but it's like, oh, I don't know, because I don't know if she's going to listen to me. I don't know if she's going to even answer me. I don't even know if I'll be well received. You know, it's just like a lot of I don't know, what if, I don't know. Every one of those swords. I don't know, what if, 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 I don't know. So at least you ended on I don't know. That's good either. Okay, so you got the King of Cups, this Hangman stuff, okay? King of Cups, Knight of Cups, Three of Cups, and the Six of Swords. OMD, that's oh my dog, backward for God. Okay, so King of Cups, Knight of Cups, Three of Cups, the Six of Swords. New perspective, right? Having to gain a new perspective, feeling stuck, stalemate, delayed, Four of Coins, Page of Coins. So, which is it, Michael? I'm thinking the King of Cups, Knight of Cups is him. That because of his, you know, the way, the Knight of Wands way, where he came on like a charmer. King of Cups is a type of cup guy who is, although he's grown, he's a king, and he's mastered his emotions, he doesn't necessarily speak them. He doesn't express them. He will do through his actions, but not necessarily through his words. However, he could, but it's not typical. Where the Knight of Cups is somebody that's going to come in and love bomb you and tell you that they love you and give you say all sorts of things, that I love you, I want to be with you, but you can't necessarily trust that. With a Knight of Cups, you can't necessarily trust it. But if you can trust it, it's like, yeah, I do love you. It's a devoted, loyal cup of love I want to give to you, I want to bring to you. But when it's with the Three of Cups, it is, and the King of Cups, well, okay, this is twofold again, just like this was twofold here. Goes both ways, meaning you were a King of Cups at one time, Leo. You came across like that, not really expressing yourself if truthfully, right? You know, you weren't emotionally mastered at the time, but you were like you were all about love bombing, okay? And then it would be a Three of Cups, it would be a third party. You were in celebratory mode with your Queen of Wands and your karmic soulmate was. But since then, you had to move, when you had put her in a third party, you had to move to calmer waters, because you were committed to somebody, and it came a time where you had to actually put an end to your affairs with the Queen of Wands at that time. You had to, because it was going to be too much for you to have two women on your arm, basically, especially if you don't want either one to know about each other. So that would be very, very emotionally challenging, not to mention mental exhaustion. So hang upside down, and you've been hanging upside down. The divine said, look, you've got to change your perspective, because your heart is crying out for The one you knew in the past is not crying out for that one, your karmic soulmate anymore, for whatever those reasons are, Leo. Only you know. And you've been gaining a new perspective. As a result, you have mastered your emotions now. You are in the King of Cups energy. You're sat in the King of Cups energy now. Whenever you think about her, you are just like so enamored, so in love. So I want to be with you because you're the one for me. And this is you coming in with an actual devoted and loyal cup of love, not love bombing. It's a total different approach than it was before. You do want to reunite with her. You want to celebrate, socially even so. Show her off. You want to be with her out in public because you see that she's the one in the calmer waters of your emotion. She's the chaos you're leaving behind is everything else. She's on the other side of your little boat there where the water is placid. It's calm. Exactly what you're looking for right now. You're wanting to be in the calmer waters, leaving all the chaos, emotional chaos behind, the pain, the sorrow, the grief, the regrets, anger towards yourself. So 4 coins, what are we talking about here? I hope that made sense, but that being hung upside down by the divine because the divine said you're staying put now, son, Leo. You're staying put now. You're not going anywhere right now, because if you go anywhere right now in your current state of mind and emotions, you're just going to create more chaos and havoc in your life and more pain and despair, not only for you but for the one that your heart is calling out for, because you will not be on the same path as she is if you don't stay put right now and gain wisdom, a new perspective to see what it is that's been going on in your life and how you got there with the PSYCHTAROLOGY. Why you got there is because you were in lower vibe, selfish behavior. Okay, it was all about you, what you could get, and didn't matter if you had affairs, and because it was like just to have fun and not to hurt anyone, but you did. You hurt people by making decisions like that, including your partner, the one you were with. So it's about gaining a new perspective and seeing your hand in it, seeing the error of your ways from that, looking at it from that perspective, and saying, okay, I see what's going on now. All right, so we have the 5 of Swords, the 4 coins, Ace of Swords, wow, yeah, King of Coins, oh, wow, and the 3 of Wands, yay. So yeah, you have sabotaged your efforts to be in love, to be in an enduring and equilibrium status of emotions, equilibrium with both your partner and yourself, equally yoked with each other at the higher resonancy of love, of unconditional love for each other, like that loyalty and that respect for each other and that intimacy that you crave for with her or him. In this case it's a her, but you crave for them, right? You just crave. And you just long for that. They feel, each one of you feel like home to each other. Like you know this is going the long term. This is going forever for you because you couldn't see yourself without that person. And they can't see themselves without you. It's two of you are just so in tune with each other, so in love with each other that you just, it just works. It clicks. It's perfect. It's home. Yeah. But you sabotage that because of this attachment to the lower vibe, the worldly possessions, material possessions, including money. Your partner was into your relationship for the money more so than they were into your relationship for that kind of love I just described. Okay? And you'll know after I just said that, you'll see. It might have pretended to be like that in the beginning. You might have thought, oh, this is it. This is perfect with this one. with your karmic soulmate, because you know she's going to be what she thinks you want her to be, because that's what a karmic soulmate does, because they're wounded too, just like you were. You're wounded from childhood abuse and or just childhood wounds from being treated badly, spoken to badly, you know, like mental and emotional abuse, along with maybe physical abuse of some kind. You know, they're wounded, so they only know ways to wound. Wounded people wound people. Hurt people hurt people. Right? Until you're no longer wounded, because you start looking at your subconscious mind, where your inner child who's wounded from childhood is still there crying out for you, saying, please pay attention to me, please love me, please tell me I'm worthy, please tell me I'm worthy of your love, please tell me that I'm a good boy or I'm a good girl. You know, things that you might not have necessarily heard very often when you're a child, and we're always just like longing to hear that, craving for it, just like I'm talking about the intimacy in this relationship. You wanted that intimacy of feeling like somebody had your back, and they just like, they just so protected and loved you, that you were just, you know, they cherished you. They cherished you and adored you and took care of you that way. They gave you all sorts of TLC. If you didn't have that in childhood, you know you'd be longing for it, because your heart is wanting that experience. Your heart is, so that it could match what it is, which is all of that good vibe stuff. Cherishing people, admiring people, loving people unconditionally, and allowing yourself to be loved unconditionally. That's what your soul, your heart is looking for, right? It didn't get it in childhood, possibly. Not from the people that you expected should be giving it to you. And so you, you know, you're still longing for it. Coming into adulthood and into relationship, you're still longing for it, Leo. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And as a result, if you're not in a place to be able to give it to yourself, like your inner wounded child, by telling your inner wounded child that I love you, I adore you, I respect you thoroughly for what you had to put up with, that you had to create these defense mechanisms for, to cope. And I am going to help you, and because you are worthier than I can imagine anything else being worthy. You are worthy of all my attention and all my love. You are. You are all this for me, and I am all that for you. I'm here for you now. I may not have been, but I'm here for you now. And I want to love you so that I know how to love others the same way. Because if I love you, I know I'm loving myself. Then it's easy to love others, because I'm feeling so much love for myself. I cherish myself. I see myself as wholly worthy, and I'm just magnificent. I'm a shining star. I'm an earth angel, and all that sort of stuff, right? You never knew that that was part of your growing up until now. And that was the attachments you were having were keeping you distracted. The worldly attachments were keeping you distracted from knowing the truth about who you are and what your wounded child inside of you needs from you. Not from anyone else, but from you. And so you were self-sabotaging your efforts to have a great intimate, really deeply woven, soul solid connection with another human being, because you hadn't fully, solidly connected to your own inner child, your own inner wisdom. But now you are. You're seeing the error of your ways. You had the change of heart, the different perspective, and you're seeing that you've been sabotaging things in your life, relationships. But because you weren't coming forward with truth and honesty to yourself, let alone anyone else. I mean, you've been truthful and honest. Sure you have. But that could be more like surface stuff, right? Things that really, they matter, but not as much as they matter to the soul. Okay, and so, but you've been growing and developing. You've become grounded in 3D. So much so, you are a hard worker. You know how to make money because you're a hard worker. You do it. But you're also somebody who's very intelligent and grounded, and knowing that you have the natural ability to get whatever it is that you need. And as a result, you're open to receive even more inspiration from your heart to get to make even more for yourself and your family or whoever. And it's not necessarily more in the way of the abundance and more in the worldly way, but also in the love and the respect and the sincerity and the integrity of the people that you surround yourself with. You attract that like a magnet now, because you have come to grow and learn that it's not about just receiving, or it's not about just giving, like doing is what I'm saying. It's not about just doing, it's about opening up to receive as well from the higher realms. So it allowed you to say, look, I want to jump on a ship and I want to turn my back on my past and on my marriage, possibly. That's what you're doing. And jump on a ship and maybe you don't want to marry that person to go across the sea or across the land to a new horizon, a new beginning, to this one, it could be this one here, which is the Queen of Wands, Queen of Hearts, that you are never been able to get your mind off of. It's right below the Queen of Cups. Okay, so the Page of Coins now, Leo, what are we talking about here? Page of Coins. What is happening? You want a 10 of Cups with them. You want to be fair, equal, give and take now. You're in that mindset and you're just like so super charged up and excited about moving forward, especially in communicating with them. You want to. You've been holding on to it for a long time. That definitely had to have been emotionally confusing for you to hold on to those emotions. Here's the 8 of Coins, working hard to make that pentacle right there. Page of Wands. Oh wow, great news, right? Great news. The Lovers, for the union to take place, and the 4 of Coins. Wow, that's again, because this is the one that's on your mind. This is the one that's on your mind. She's the one you chose against in the past, but you are choosing her now, and you're telling her that. You're working hard on yourself. You have been working diligently, not only in your craft to make the money that you like to have, to live a certain lifestyle, and maybe to get you to where you want to go, wherever this lady happens to be, so that you can, start a friendship, open up the channels of communication with again. And maybe at some point in time, see how it moves along. You might want to propose to her. But in any case, you've been working on it, and you're going to be telling her, it's you I'm working on myself for. I mean, what I'm saying is that you're telling her you're putting the effort into this relationship, no longer into anything from the past. That coffin there, that's the end of it. It's done. It's time for us to be really in reflection with each other, in the same space and time, right? Let's kick it. We've been kicking our what does no longer serve us. We've been kicking it out of our lives so that we can play together and get back together. Yep, we're balanced. I'm coming. It's you. You I want. That's who I'm going to be working hard for. Not only physically in my job or wherever it is I happen to be, that kind of work that I do, the tasks that you do for income, but on our relationship. Even if it starts off as a friendship, I'm cool with that, because I'm just feeling super stoked and excited to share the good news with you that I am so balanced and I'm so ready to be with you, the lover I choose now, who is my soulmate, my true soulmate, not a karmic soulmate. We have I've come to realize we must have had past lifetimes together. because I just feel so tied to you. And I'm tied to you, attached, right? 4 of coins. There you go. You're the one. You're the one I have been feeling attached to, energetically at the very least. Leo, that is just simply gorgeous. Let me tell you, it's gorgeous. So I just did. So let's see what our Moon Dreaming Oracle deck can tell us about your situation. Oh, look. Oh, okay, definitely not those. Archangel Michael saying, come on, girl, just pick those ones up. All right, I'm doing it. Lucky Star, expect a fortunate turn of events. Solar eclipse, be aware of old default behaviors. Pink Moon, expect exciting declarations of love. Night Owl, there are lessons being offered to you. Crow Moon, whatever was hidden is coming to light. Remember that? The moon there? Crow Moon, curiosity, exploration, discovery. So yeah, whatever was hidden is coming to light. There were lessons being offered to you through those things that were hidden from you. And you're supposed to be aware of your old default behaviors so that you don't fall back. Now look, when you grow, okay, you've grown from a knight to a king, let's say. Yeah, every now and again you can slightly slip back into your shadow energy, shadow side of not doing things like fully above board, trying to get away with stuff, being toxic, a little toxic again, but it won't last long. Because once you're in a higher vibe, you quite physically and mentally and emotionally cannot go back down. You can't. You've grown strong in your knowing, which is your faith and your trust, that there's more to this life than what we've been seeing with our eyes, and what we can touch here. There's more to it, and I trust that now. And because of that trust, your conviction to want to trust that, it'll never allow you to be less than who you've grown to be in this lifetime, ever again. You can never be less than what you've grown to be, but you can be more than what you've grown to be. Okay? You can sure have those thoughts come up, but you're just, at some point in time, you're going to shake your head and say, what? Wait a minute, what am I thinking? I wouldn't do that anymore. So expect exciting declarations of love. Well, let's just say Lucky Star, expect a fortunate turn of events for you. Fortune, special gift, and gratitude. And then expect that exciting declaration of love, a partnership, commitment, and fairness. Yeah, these are all really great. So it was a journey for you to go from seeing what it was you're hiding from yourself and from others, okay? That really made you feel very emotionally confused and somewhat miserable at times. Then realizing that through that pain, that of the things that just weren't clear to you, you have been learning some life lessons to help you grow. And at the same time, while you're growing, you're realizing that the old default behavior is still there, just under the surface now. But it's like you're strong enough to be able to gain equilibrium again, to gain control over it. Like your anger, for example. They say, manage your anger by controlling it. Yeah, sure. It's better to heal it, but you have to control it first. So there you go. I have a course in that too. Sure, you have to heal it. But controlling it is like the first thing you need to realize and to do in order to heal. And that's with anything. So you got to become aware of it. You got to take charge over it, take control and take charge over it, like an emperor or empress or a king of wands or a queen of wands. And then you can expect these declarations of love and fortunate turnings of events. And you're on your way, Leo. So it's all good. I'm so excited for you. I hope this helped you. Until next month. Yes. Take care. Bye.